Hello there. Unionists living in Scotland should be very concerned, because if you believe the polls, the SNP is gaining in popularity. Firstly, please subscribe and like this video to give my channel a boost. And I'm always uploading new content, so please do check back daily. And a big thanks to my Patreon and PayPal supporters. We hear it regularly from the SNP leader Nicola Sturgeon and her leader in Westminster Ian Blackford that the will of the Scots is settled. They want independence. However, many Scots may claim the exact opposite. But whatever way you look at it, from Land's End to John Groats and from Belfast through Cardiff to Lindisfarne, supporters of the UK need to wake up. Because the Union is under attack from more than one quarter, but the main assault right now is coming from the Scots nationalists. North of the border is a well-used term to describe the point at which Scotland meets England, but that currently invisible border may very well become a physical and hard border through needing passport, employment, currency and tax controls. Yes, I know how ludicrous that sounds, but with Nicola Sturgeon's SNP gaining new ground every day, that is where we could be heading. It also looks like most Scots love her handling of the COVID crisis, or at least about her talking about it. And if the polls are anything to go by, they may very well soon be rewarding her with votes. It doesn't matter how ineptly the SNP ministers answer questions about how the COVID relief money supplied by Westminster has been spent. They still seem like a magnet for support. It doesn't matter that the EU is scrabbling around in the weeds to find COVID vaccines, and that Germany is snapping up what other excess stock it can find to give to its own people, while saying it is not acting against the spirit of the EU, when we all know Germany is. The Scots Nats supporters don't see this as a downside to their preferred route of independence followed by EU membership. And one could picture an independent Scotland right now demanding that the rest of the UK supply it with vaccines, all out of some sort of historical bond, or we're on the same island or some other such stuff. I do wonder if the Scots Nat supporters have some starry-eyed view of the EU. That once membership is attained, their grand leader Nicola Sturgeon will be across the table every day discussing with the EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen on how to shape the European Union to suit Scotland. That the European Central Bank will listen to their every word as they are told by the SNP how to restructure the Eurozone to suit the Scottish economy. In reality, how long would it be before you heard the same old, "they're not listening to us," but be replacing the words "in London" with "in Brussels"? If they want to see the listening that's going on in the EU right now, they need to look at the EU Parliament, which is screeching because it has not had and will not have any input into the Brexit trade deal. That's right. MEPs in the EU Parliament have suddenly found out that they have a choice: vote for the deal as it is or vote it down. And in the agreement, any future changes to the Trade and Cooperation Agreement, the TCA, will be made by the new Partnership Council, specially set up by the treaty to oversee the deal. And that body will be headed up by a UK minister and an EU commissioner, leaving absolutely no role for the EU Parliament. And if the EU Parliament votes against the deal, they will instantly cause a no-deal Brexit and achieve the very thing they were as keen as others to avoid. And that could happen, because the Brexit trade deal is only provisionally in place right now, pending an EU Parliament vote. But the chances of the EU Parliament causing that are very slim, much to many Brexiteers' disappointment. As French MEP Nathalie Loiseau said, There is a very insufficient place left in all of this for our Parliament. We cannot accept that this agreement can be amended without Parliament's approval. It can also be suspended without our agreement, she said. So the trade deal was set up, agreed, done and dusted without any EU parliamentary input. Whereas in the UK, Parliament had to clear it by law prior to it coming into force. But the SNP supporters will be blind to that as they stare out from behind their glasses and contacts filled with blue and gold-starred lenses. And they will also have been filled with hope now that it's reported that the Queen Raven of the Tower of London is missing, presumed dead. The bird, named Merlina, joined the tower flock in 2007 but has not been seen for some weeks. And the legend goes that should all the ravens leave, the monarchy and the tower shall fall. So it's good to hear that there are another 7 ravens left, and I say breed as many as we can. Anyway, as I said, the SNP and its supporters will not be diverted from their path by any support sent to them from Westminster, nor of any failings of their beloved European Union. But it's down to the Scottish electorate to make the decision, if and when they are given the chance. And that would be down to a divisive and heated campaign and a referendum. And if you think the Brexit saga was divisive, a Scottish independence referendum right now would be like a tinderbox. And the hypocrisy of their position will roll off them like water off a duck's back. While Brexiteers waved the Union flag and talked of independence, the Scots Nats called them all sorts of names, if you remember. But they will happily do exactly the same thing by waving the saltire, and nationalists will still call the Brexiteers and Unionists names. Now, one point that Unionists have to make to the ordinary Scots voter is that if the SNP got its way, they would be stuck on the other side of the Brexit deal terms. That's right. Instead of having a border between them and their second largest trading partner, the EU, they would suddenly have a barrier between Scotland and by far their largest trading partner, the rest of the UK. And given the figures involved, that should pull many a voter up short. Or maybe the SNP will be able to convince its voters that they can get a special deal with the UK and that the EU will then let them join anyway. That will be the day. Because unlike Northern Ireland, there is absolutely no justification for a special Scottish border protocol. But the SNP has already pointed the way on that one. On the 30th of December last year, they voted against the Brexit deal, so in effect voting for a no deal, which would mean leaving on WTO terms. Are they trying to tell us something? Are they gearing up to nick the Brexiteer tagline of "No deal is better than a bad deal"? But they've got to engineer a legal referendum first, and Boris Johnson, the UK Prime Minister, doesn't look set to agree to that any time soon. But what do you think? Anyway, if you want to hear more from me, please don't forget to subscribe and also press that little bell, or you won't get any notifications. And if you want to see more of me, buy a mug with my mug on it by following the link in the descriptions box below and support me on Patreon or PayPal. So, do you think the SNP is going to gain support? Please share and comment, and thank you for watching.